I have a serious warning about you losing your pension in the next market correction. This is not a joke, and we're going to use the story of a gentleman, an 88-year-old man that was caught working at a grocery store after telling a story. He's 88 years old, Army veteran, lost his pension and was forced to go back to work full time. He's 88 years old. And this is a very famous story when tens of thousands of people lost their pension in 2012, and that is coming again, that I wish people would take it more serious. Army veteran Ed Bombas, 88 years old, reveals he worked at a supermarket after losing his pension. Ed Bombas, a cashier at a Meijer store in Brighton, Michigan, lost his pension 13 years ago, and despite his age, is now forced to work 40 hours a week. I guarantee you nowhere in the story, because I'm reading it right now live with you, nowhere in this story is it going to talk about all the other people that lost their pensions in 2012. It's not going to talk about all the people in the airline industry that lost their pensions in 2006. And I'm going to tell you those stories and show you how they correlated around the Great Recession, both before and after. I wish people understood how serious this is. You need to start taking action right now. And you could build a pension and get tax-free ways of not only putting your money in, but also tax-free ways of pulling it out. He says here, I retired from General Motors in 1999. And in 2012, they went bankrupt and they took my pension away. They actually took all of their stock away too. My friend lost $40,000 in stock, only for them to reissue new stock and raise money to pay off the government debt 5 or 6 years later. It's absolutely disgusting to me. Hundreds of thousands of people lost their pension back in 2006 to 2012, and no one's talking about them. The New York Times just wants to do a feel-good story. So I'm gonna separate it right now and break down the truth. In the early 2000s, there was a massive boom after the dot-com crash, which, by the way, a lot of people lost their pensions and they lost their jobs. The Federal Reserve dropped interest rates drastically. It spurred loans in mortgages and all cars and all kinds of things, and everything was booming. By 2004, 2005, General Motors was selling more SUVs than you could shake a stick at. Everyone in California, Type 1, if you remember this, was driving a big gas-guzzling SUV, but guess what? Oil prices started to skyrocket. And then everything started to wane. Scales of cars slowed down. People weren't going on as many vacations, so they stopped flying. The airlines started going bankrupt. And guess what they said? If we go bankrupt, everyone's going to lose their jobs. So how about this? Let's steal the pension money. Let's steal the pension money and keep going. And that's our only choice. And they went to the employees. They said, if we don't take your pension money, you're going to be out of work. What would you rather do? Work a little longer or be out of a job? It went all the way to the Supreme Court and it actually created case law. This is not a joke.